Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Bors with the Mike Bors channel. Thank you for watching. Hey, we're talking jet skis today, and in today's video, we're going to show you the jet ski stand that best suits our mission and how to properly assemble it. Let's get started.
All right, DIYers, hey, we are on the computer, and the first thing I want to do is actually show you the listing, and we are going to have this listing or link to it down below in the comments and description. And here it is. This is the exact jet ski stand we purchased, and it is a jet ski dolly tolerable up to 1,600 pounds. However, the jet ski we are going to use or put on this stand weighs a quarter of that at 400 pounds. However, hey, you never know. Over the years, we might purchase a bigger or heavier jet ski, and we'll have the stand to hold it. And I will show you the 1,300 pound here shortly. However, I do want to come over and show you the pictures and info, and I'll just slowly scroll through them. Here are the measurements, the weight capacity, and a picture of a jet ski, info on the carpeted bunks, info and measurements on the caster wheels, and 2 of those caster wheels out of the 4 have locking features, and info on the durable galvanized tube and steel frame used in creating this jet ski stand. However, let's talk about the 1,300 pound real quick, and there is a picture of the 1,300 pound. And you can see the bunks are actually angled in, and a lot of people like these. And to be honest, this is the jet ski stand we should have purchased for the jet ski we are going to put on our stand. However, like we said, we went with the stand that can hold a heavy jet ski, so we never have to worry about it. All right, DIYers outside, and here is the box, and I just measured it. It's 45.5 inches, just shy of 4 feet tall. Let's go and take it inside, unbox it, and assemble it. Alright, DIYers, inside at the workstation, and you can see the workbench on the other side of the jet ski over there. And this is my mom and dad's 2003 Sea-Doo GTX, and this is not the jet ski going on the stand. We will show you the jet ski going on the stand at the very end of the video. However, this stand can hold this jet ski. As you just saw on the listing, it can hold 1,600 pounds. And even this 3-seat Sea-Doo jet ski is less than 1,600 pounds. So that stand, again, can hold it. Here it is with the box opened up. You can see the caster wheels and the carpet portion of the frame, additional steel frame items, instructions, and a bag of hardware. At this point, I have pulled all of the parts out of the box and organized them. And what I'm going to do next, grab the instruction manual, and I'm going to open it up and verify all the parts are present. If you're missing any parts, that'll make the project difficult. With the instructions opened and to the parts list, again, we're just going to verify all the parts are here. Number 1, we've got 2 pieces of this frame, and we've got them. Number 2, the long crossbar, and we've got that. Number 3, 2 pieces of the bunks, and we've got 2 bunks which are carpeted. And as far as the casters, we've got 2 casters without little locks and 2 casters that have locks. And there's the 2 without, and there's the 2 with the locks. We've got those. And 4 of the smaller bolts, 4 of the larger bolts, and 4 nuts. 4 large, 4 small, 4 nuts, and we've got 16 of the small ones, 8 larger washers, and 16 small washers. All parts are present. We can continue. Taking a step back, what I did next was position the 2 portions of the frame as shown here. And although the instructions don't show it or state it, for every bolt you install, make sure you add a washer to the bolt. You've got the same amount of washers as bolts. Again, step 1, we are going to connect the casters to one of the pieces of frame without the locks, so those 2 right there. I've got the camera set back, and again, I'm going to grab one portion of the frame, and I'm going to install the caster wheels that do not have the locks on them. And again, for every bolt you install, make sure you install a washer, and on this step, it's the small bolts. So I'll grab these small washers, as shown here. And what I'll do is rest the frame as shown there. I'll grab a caster wheel, and in order to line up the actual holes, you can just carefully turn the caster as shown here, and I will come in just like that. And again, grab a small bolt and washer, and DIYers, extremely important, do not cross thread these bolts inside to the inserts. That would not be good. They should go in pretty easily, and hand tighten them only. And from here, the actual kit or box came with a double-sided wrench. One is a 14-inch and the other side is a 17-inch. In our case, the smaller bolts are the 14, so
Clockwise, you can carefully turn each of these bolts and tighten it, but I'll be honest, DIYers, I'm going to transition to a 14mm socket and ratchet to make it a lot easier. And I did just that. I grabbed my Craftsman 1/4" ratchet and an extender and the 14mm deep socket, and I'm going to tighten all of these bolts in place. Do not over tighten these bolts, that would not be good. But you want them snug. And I will do the exact same thing on the opposite side. In DIYers, I'm making progress again. I am securing the opposite side. One thing I do want to point out is the actual caster plate base here. It's oval cut, so when it comes time to secure all of the bolts, make sure you align this portion of the plate or bottom plate accordingly with the frame to ensure that it is matched up and straight or aligned. In other words, not way out here or way down here. You can see the frame is slightly offset and hanging on this side. So again, adjust the plate accordingly and tighten all bolts. In DIYers, there it is. I'll back the camera up just a little bit, and all 8 bolts and washers are secured and securing those caster wheels to the frame. And step 2 down here in the instructions guide us to install the caster wheels with the locks on the additional frame over here using the exact same size bolts and washers. And I'll do that now. And there it is, both caster wheels with the locks have been properly secured by the 4 bolts and washers on each side, so 8 total. And from here, I've turned the page to step 3, and we are going to connect the 2 frames that we just secured the caster wheels to with that long center bar. I'll show you that now. And here it is. Check that out. I'll set that down. And when installing this long crossbar, we are going to use the smaller of the 2 remaining sets of bolts, as well as the nuts. And what I will do is bring up the portion of the frame here, and as you can see, the way I'm going to secure it is feed a bolt and washer through the top and secure the nut down below. And they go all the way through, as you just see right here, and align the bottom hole with the bolt so you can slide it all the way through. Come up underneath with the nut. I'll show you a better view here shortly. And I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Again, bolt, washer, and nut on the very bottom. And I'm going to move this just a little bit, give you a better view of it. And DIYers, all I've done at this point is just hand tighten both of those bolts and nuts. And what I'll do next is actually swap this whole thing around and secure the opposite frame, just to ensure the center brace is not hanging or being secured to this side of the frame offset. And at this point, what I can do, now that the bar is properly positioned on each side of the frame and not sagging or hanging, I can comfortably move forward with securing all the bolts and nuts. Taking a big step back, and as you can see, here is where we are up to this point. And for the very last step, we've grabbed the larger bolts and washers, as well as the bunks. Time to secure them. With the camera repositioned, and on the bottom of each portion of the bunk, you can see a little hole cut out, and that is where the large bolt is going to secure into. And as far as the bolts, go ahead and pinpoint the hole on either side of your frame, and the bolt itself with the washer installed will come up under and through and secure into the bunk. So the bunk will rest right in here and be secured to this portion of the bolt. However, as you just saw, I just removed the bolt. I'm going to pick up a bunk. I'm just going to set it all the way over here, as well as this bunk. I'm going to use this one and bring it up onto the frame and align the holes. It is going to be easier said than done. What I'm going to do, again, bring the bolt in and align the hole. Feel for it right there, and hand tighten it. Do not cross thread this long bolt into the bunk. That would not be good. It should go in extremely easily, as you see right here. And I'm going to shift it over, and you might need to just carefully pull up on the bunk ever so slightly to continue that easy and friendly turn of the bolt into the bunk. And again, hand tighten it only. From here, I'll hop to the other side.
Making progress, the opposite side of the bunk and bolt and washer are hand tightened. And back to my 3/8 ratchet and 17mm socket, I'm going to secure each of those bolts. Do not over tighten them. And to an update, DIYers, I have now flipped the entire stand upside down. You may find it very beneficial to do it this way as opposed to the upright position. And I'm going to push down on this portion of the frame and simultaneously use the 17mm socket and ratchet to secure this bolt. And by applying pressure right here, I'm alleviating the actual thread inside the bunk from stripping. That is tight. I'll move to the opposite side and secure that bolt. Take a step back in DIYers, there is the finished product. And again, on the right-hand side are the caster wheels with the locks. You can just carefully push down on the lock and the caster wheels lock. And just undo the lock by tapping it with your foot. I like it. Great product. Galvanized steel and carpeted bunks and caster wheels. And again, the 2003 Sea-Doo GTX is not the jet ski going on this. We will show you that now. The iconic hull shape 1995 XP. And we're excited about this. Many DIY videos to come on this exact jet ski. And here it is, fast forwarding to the day where I backed the trailer into the house and slid the jet ski stand into position, and under my own power, which, DIYers, I'm not a strong guy, transitioned the jet ski off of the trailer and onto the stand. And if you want to see the process of that, scrolling above right now is a link to a video. It'll take you directly to that video. Again, showing the whole process of transitioning that jet ski off the trailer and onto the stand. We will also have that link down below in the comment section and description section. And DIYers, there it is tucked in the corner on the stand. And again, this stand is awesome. And backing up to that previous video I just showed you when we were transitioning the jet ski off the trailer and onto the stand, the caster wheels with the locks on them, in my opinion, are suited best for the rear of the jet ski. And as I move this jet ski around on that stand, I do so by grabbing the aft portion of the jet ski. And when I come to a stop, I'm already right there in position to shift my foot under the jet ski and engage those locking features, again, on the rear caster wheels. So DIYers, I wanted to show you that. And again, we've got a lot of upcoming videos on this exact 95 XP jet ski. And we will have a link down below in the comments and description for that playlist. And before we wrap this video up, I do want to talk about something very important to us, and that is the generation of the 1990s and early 2000s of jet skis. And DIYers, we are kind of left alone with these two-stroke engines. And in our case, with this exact jet ski, it is a two-stroke engine and twin carb fed. And nowadays, unfortunately, jet ski repair stations or shops or dealerships no longer work on jet skis this old. However, that is where we are hoping to come in and help you out. Again, check out that playlist because we have done our absolute best to put together a large amount of helpful DIY repair videos for your vintage or classic jet skis. And as you scroll through those videos and watch a few, we hope you find them helpful. We want to make sure that generation has help when working on and servicing their classic gems. And in our case, our classic gem is right here in front of you, our 1995 Sea-Doo XP. Do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. And there it is, our inside use only cover for our 95 Sea-Doo XP. And this is the OEM cover from the dealership in 1995 when the jet ski was purchased. And in today's market, most if not all jet ski covers are black. However, back in the 90s, they still had that really slick, sporty design and vibe to them, which I really like. Thanks again for watching.